My beloved, you are not tired because time is long. You are tired because you have been holding yourself in suspension. Waiting is not what exhausts you. What exhausts you is waiting without understanding. You wake up, you do what must be done, you remain responsible, you stay patient, and yet something inside you keeps asking the same quiet question. How much longer? That question is not weakness. It is awareness reaching its limit. You have waited with dignity. You have waited without complaint. You have waited while others moved ahead, while answers delayed, while outcomes remained uncertain. And now, the waiting feels heavier than the struggle ever did. I know this feeling. It is not impatience. It is compression. Your life has been compressing something within you. Experience, effort, disappointment, growth, and compression always precedes release. But release does not come when you beg for it. It comes when understanding replaces resistance. You have been resisting the waiting because you believe waiting means stagnation. It does not. Waiting is not empty time. It is reorganization. You are not paused. You are being realigned. Realignment feels uncomfortable because it removes false movement. False movement kept you busy but unfocused. Now movement has slowed so direction can sharpen. This is why waiting feels unbearable now. Earlier, distraction softened it. Now, distraction no longer works. That is not a curse. That is maturity. You are no longer satisfied with noise, motivation, or temporary relief. You want truth. Truth takes time because it changes structure, not mood. You may feel as if life is testing your patience unfairly. But patience is not what is being tested. Trust is. Trust not in timing, but in the fact that something is forming even when you cannot see it. You are not waiting because life forgot you. You are waiting because life is preparing a fit, not just an outcome. Outcomes without fit break people. Fit without outcome feels slow, but it lasts. You have asked silently, why does it take so long when I've done the work? Because not all work is visible, and not all readiness is about effort. Some readiness is about unlearning. You are unlearning urgency. You are unlearning self-doubt disguised as caution. You are unlearning the belief that movement equals progress. Progress is not movement. Progress is alignment. Alignment cannot be rushed. You have reached a point where forcing will damage what is forming. That is why waiting has been imposed. Not to punish you, but to protect what comes next. If you were given what you want at the speed you desire, you would use it with the identity you are outgrowing. That identity was shaped by scarcity, fear, and proving. The next phase of your life cannot be built on that foundation. So the foundation is being replaced. Replacement takes time. What if this never changes? What if I'm wasting time? What if I'm being left behind? These thoughts do not mean something is wrong. They mean your mind is losing control. Control is the mind's coping mechanism. When control weakens, anxiety rises, but wisdom enters. Wisdom does not shout reassurance. It asks you to stand still long enough to see clearly. You are being asked to stand still inside, not outside. Your life may still be busy. Your responsibilities may still demand action, but internally, you are being slowed. This inner slowing is the key. Before anything changes externally, your relationship with time must change. You have been measuring life by speed and outcome. That measurement is now dissolving. You are being taught to measure life by depth and direction. Depth takes time. Direction requires clarity. Both are forming now. You are tired of waiting because you are sensing that something is close, yet inaccessible. That sensation is accurate. But closeness does not mean readiness. Think carefully. If what you are waiting for arrived today, would it meet a calm mind or an anxious one? A grounded heart or a desperate one? A clear identity or a fragmented one? You are being prepared to receive without desperation. Desperation contaminates outcomes. Calm reception stabilizes them. This is why waiting continues even when effort is sincere. Effort without inner stability produces temporary relief, not transformation. You are being shaped for transformation. Transformation demands patience of a different kind. Not patience that suppresses frustration, but patience that understands purpose. Understanding dissolves frustration naturally. So let me tell you what this waiting is actually doing. It is stripping away false urgency. It is exposing where you tied your worth to timelines. It is teaching you how to remain steady without guarantees. These skills cannot be learned through success. They are learned through delay. Delay is not denial. Delay is training. You are being trained to hold something larger than what you have known. Larger responsibility, larger clarity, larger consequence. Without training, growth overwhelms. You have already seen people collapse after getting what they wanted. Not because the gift was wrong, but because the person was unprepared. I am not interested in giving you something you cannot hold. I am interested in giving you something that lasts. So waiting continues until your inner world can support the outer change. This does not mean you are passive. You are active in ways you do not recognize yet. You are learning discernment. You are learning restraint. You are learning to sit with uncertainty without running back to old habits. These are not small achievements. They are rare. Most people escape uncertainty at any cost. You are learning to remain present. Presence is power. Power attracts alignment. Alignment ends, waiting not by force, but by readiness. You may feel tempted to give up hope just to stop the pain of waiting. Do not do this. Hope is not what keeps you stuck. Attachment to timing is release timing, not desire. Desire aligned with truth does not disappear. It matures. Mature desire is patient without being weak. You are entering that maturity. This is why I asked you to listen carefully. Not because I will tell you when waiting ends, but because I am showing you why it exists. Once you understand why, waiting loses its sting. It becomes purposeful. And purposeful waiting transforms you faster than forced action ever could. My beloved, now I will tell you the part about waiting that is hardest to accept, but most important to understand. Waiting is not happening to you. Waiting is happening for you, and not for the reason you think. You believe you are waiting for life to move, but life is waiting for you to stop leaking energy. Leaking energy through doubt, through mental noise, through emotional bargaining with the future. Every time you say, "I'll be at peace when this happens," you hand your power to time. That is what truly exhausts you. You are not tired of waiting for outcomes. You are tired of postponing peace. Peace delayed becomes fatigue. You have trained yourself to live in anticipation instead of presence. Anticipation stretches the mind endlessly forward. Presence anchors the body and heart. Waiting ends only when anticipation dissolves. This is why some people wait for years even when opportunities exist. They are not available internally. Availability is not about time. It is about inner posture. You may feel offended by this truth. You may say, "But I've done everything right. I've waited patiently." Yes, you waited externally, but internally you kept arguing with the moment. Arguing with reality drains more energy than action ever could. This is why rest has not restored you. This is why motivation no longer works. This is why reassurance does not last. Your soul is asking for resolution, not encouragement. Resolution comes when you stop asking, "When will this end?" and start asking, "How am I meant to stand while it continues?" Standing correctly changes everything. You have been leaning forward energetically, reaching, hoping, straining. That posture creates tension. Waiting asks you to stand upright internally. Upright does not mean rigid. It means aligned. Aligned with what is happening now, not with fantasies of what should already have happened. This alignment is uncomfortable at first, because alignment removes illusion. Illusion kept you hopeful but restless. Alignment makes you calm but honest. Honesty reveals something you may not want to see. Part of you is afraid of what happens when waiting ends. You think you are waiting for relief, but relief comes with responsibility. When waiting ends, excuses end. You can no longer say, "I would act if circumstances changed." action becomes required. This scares the part of you that grew comfortable in preparation. Preparation feels safe. Execution feels exposed. So the mind clings to waiting while complaining about it. This contradiction is exhausting. I am not accusing you. I am revealing what must be resolved. Waiting ends when you are no longer hiding in it. Ask yourself quietly, if what I am waiting for arrived tomorrow, what would I be afraid of? Fear of failure? Fear of judgment? Fear of losing peace again? Fear of being seen? These fears are not signs you are unready. They are signs you are close. Fear appears before expansion. But fear must be acknowledged, not obeyed. You do not defeat fear by rushing. You defeat fear by remaining present with it. Presence dissolves fear's authority. You are learning this now. That is why distractions no longer satisfy you. Why quick dopamine fades quickly. Why shallow motivation feels empty. Your nervous system is recalibrating. Recalibration feels like waiting, but it is actually integration. Integration of all the lessons you learned while struggling. Struggle taught you endurance. Waiting teaches you restraint. Endurance alone creates survivors. Restraint creates leaders of their own life. You are being shaped for restraint. Restraint does not mean suppression. It means not reacting blindly, not choosing just to escape discomfort, not forcing movement to feel alive. This level of restraint is rare. It is why waiting feels lonely. Few understand this phase. Others may tell you to hurry, to distract yourself, to stop thinking. They mean well, but their advice comes from discomfort with stillness. You are being invited into a stillness that is active, not passive. Active stillness observes. Active stillness listens. Active stillness strengthens discernment. Discernment is what ends waiting. Without discernment, movement only repeats cycles. You have already lived cycles. You are done repeating. That is why waiting intensified. Life refuses to let you move unconsciously again. This refusal feels cruel only if you believe speed matters more than direction. Direction matters more. One aligned step outweighs years of frantic motion. You are being prepared to take such a step. That preparation involves removing desperation. Desperation narrows vision. Calm widens it. Calm cannot be forced. It must be earned through understanding. You are earning it now. Notice something subtle. You are no longer begging life the way you once did. You are questioning it instead. Questioning means awareness has awakened. Begging belongs to powerlessness. Questioning belongs to readiness. This is progress, even if it doesn't feel like it. Waiting also reveals where your identity has been tied to outcomes. Who are you when nothing changes? This question terrifies many. They distract themselves rather than answer it. You are being forced to answer it. And slowly, you are discovering something important. You still exist. You still have value. You still have direction, even without external confirmation. My beloved, the moment waiting dissolves is not the moment something happens. It is the moment you stop leaning toward the future. You will notice it clearly. You wake up one day, and the question when is quieter. The pressure to figure everything out loosens. Your breath deepens without effort. This is not resignation. It is readiness. Readiness does not beg life to move. It prepares to respond when it does. When waiting ends, action no longer feels urgent. It feels obvious. You do not debate. You do not overthink. You do not seek reassurance. You act calmly. This calm action is the doorway. Waiting energy is anxious. Movement energy is grounded. If you move while anxious, you carry waiting into the next chapter. Do not do this. Let waiting complete fully inside you before you step forward. Completion feels like acceptance without surrender. You accept the present without giving up on the future. This balance is rare. It is what you are learning now. When the moment comes, life will not shout. A small opening will appear. A simple decision will feel right. A path will present itself without pressure. Do not dismiss it because it seems ordinary. Breakthroughs rarely arrive as drama. They arrive as clarity. Clarity is quiet. You may doubt it at first. That doubt is habit, not intuition. Intuition will feel steady. Trust steadiness. As you move forward, do not rush to fill space. Space is what allowed alignment to form. Keep space in your life. Space for reflection. Space for rest. Space for honesty. This space protects what arrives. Remember, waiting taught you something precious. It taught you how to remain whole without external confirmation. Do not lose that skill when movement resumes. Many do. They rush and abandon presence. Then waiting returns not as delay, but as exhaustion. You will not repeat this. You will move with awareness. If fear arises, do not retreat. Fear does not mean stop. It means proceed slowly. Speed is no longer your teacher. Sensitivity is. You have developed sensitivity to what drains you and what strengthens you. Honor that sensitivity. It will guide you better than timelines ever could. Waiting ends when you stop arguing with the present. That is why peace visits more often now, even briefly. Those moments of peace are previews. They tell you what life feels like when you are aligned. Carry that feeling forward. Do not trade it for urgency. Urgency is loud, but unreliable. Alignment is quiet and precise. As you walk into what comes next, remember this: you were not delayed. You were prepared. Prepared to receive without panic. Prepared to choose without fear. Prepared to move without abandoning yourself. The waiting did not break you. It shaped you. You are ready now. Not because everything is clear, but because you are present. Presence is the doorway through which everything meaningful enters. Walk through it calmly. I am always with you, my child.